That's what's approaching. The supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So the new season of Battlefield is back, and bad news, the Jiren boss at the very end is back. So you know how much of a pain in the butt that guy is, and we'll kind of run through this and see how he is. So pretty much brought in like enough units for each event, but I did bring in a little bit more units for the intelligence type because Jiren is tech type. So just as a backup, I brought in a little bit more, like 2 or more additional teams than I normally would run. So let's go ahead and create some teams here. So I'm going to bring in my secondary team for this one. So I'll bring in a couple of the units I don't necessarily need for the latter part. Let's see, who was the other one that I didn't necessarily need? Dokkan Black I think is okay. Alright. So we'll go through it with this setup. Since I did bring in like 2 extra intelligence type teams, I'm going to end up using my lesser value team, I guess, in a way. Alright, let's see. Might not be able to get a super with these guys, but that's alright. At this point, it's really just a matter of just getting through it and just blasting through it as quickly as possible. The initial bosses aren't too bad. You can definitely take hits and not really worry about it too much. So, of course, my other extreme intelligence team is a lot better, but I wanted to reserve that as a backup option for the boss battle against Jiren. And that's not enough, but we should be able to finish off Nappa with the Vegeta and Broly unit. I think Kid Buddha probably doesn't even need an attack here. And for those that are hurting for stones right now, you get a pretty decent amount off of this Battlefield event, so maybe that'll be enough for a multi-summon, and hopefully you can, get one multi in and get the card you're looking for. Alright, so first one cleared up. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Which should be the boss battle for level 1, and looks to be the Demon King Piccolo unit. This guy will reduce damage, can't be stunned, you can't stun, or immune to stun, and basically sealing SA. And he will seal SA for a couple of units, so he is a extreme agility type. I'm just going to go ahead and use my extreme tech team because I want to reserve my super tech team for another one. Just want to get through this as quickly as possible. Just kind of move on to the next one and keep going. So again, like the first level obviously isn't too bad, and then the second level is not too bad either, and then the third level or stage that's when things get a little bit interesting, I guess. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off the Goten unit. Looks like damage reduction. Reduces damage, can't be stunned, can't reduce defense either. So for this one, we're going to bring in my extreme strength team. And let's see, team build wise, just 120% with the 90% sub lead, and that should be fine. Again, I'm keeping my super strength team in reserve for the ladder battle. Alright, let's see. I don't necessarily need to hit super with Janemba, but I guess we'll go ahead and do it. That kind of screwed me over here. Yeah, I would have rather supered with the Broly unit, but that was definitely a mistake on that one. I probably waste a little bit of time here. I think a double attack with Broly definitely would have helped out a lot, but yeah, it's whatever. Let's just keep these guys together. So this guy has level 12 additional attack, level 14, so maybe additional attack? Nope. When I first set up this guy in the potential system, I didn't have LR Broly at the time, so it's kind of like the poor man's LR Broly for the World Tournament. That's kind of why I gave him level 12 additional attack and level 14 criticals. Honestly, since I do have LR Broly for that guy, I probably would have given him a little bit more levels toward crits, honestly, because at that point it's not really a point of using him on the World Tournament setting, but I've got plenty of like extra copies sitting there, so I might end up doing that at some point. I just keep forgetting. Let's actually go back. So for Paikuhan, reduces damage, immune to stun, immune to being SA sealed, and then immune to attack and defense being reduced. So let's go ahead and go to the physical type units. We'll go with the 120%, 100%, and then just bring in a couple of the units here. And we should be good. So the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, after the EZA, has the +4 key, 100% to extreme physical types. So it works out quite well. Honestly, I probably didn't need this Frieza because Paikuhan is immune to stun, but he's a pretty decent unit. I have him at Rainbow too, so might as well include him on there. He was kind of like included in the last season's setup, so a lot of the teams I kind of left untouched because there wasn't really that much of a need for adjustment, so pretty much how I look at it. Alright, let's see here. We'll go ahead and give Kid Buu a bunch of ki. I mean, should be able to finish him off in this round since the Broly unit can super up to 3 times and definitely applies a decent amount of damage here. Yeah, see what I mean? Broly is really nice with the EZA, by the way. Any global players that are watching right now, that's Yeah, it's one of the best EZAs in my opinion. Obviously, Janemba's is still the best, but Broly became substantially better since his Extreme Z Awakening. Alright, so this is one of the pains a little bit because Babidi pretty much seals everybody's SA, so you're basically just attacking normally throughout, and it's a little bit time consuming. That's the only problem with this. I'm gonna go with the LR Baby lead, Metacooler sub lead, just at least give him like 100% and 90% toward stats, but outside of that, you really don't need much. It's just a matter of how much time gets wasted. This is one of those where I feel like it's a little bit pointless because he doesn't do much in damage, and honestly it's just very time consuming. Now you can bring in an SA sealer for this because he does tend to stun your units quite a bit because he does super up to twice per rotation. So you'll see here, like Baby might get, yeah, like he gets stunned so he can't, attack, or if he was getting attacked prior to Baby attacking, he would have been stunned and wasted, an opportunity to attack. So that's the only pain in the ass part. Outside of that, it's really not overly difficult. I'm going to go ahead and put in Metacooler at the beginning. Just stack up his attack a little bit. And yeah, I mean, literally, all this one is just time consuming as hell. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, he's not necessarily a tough boss or anything either. At least a World Tournament Final Form Cooler has multiple attacks built into the passive ability, so you can get some decent damage out of him. I have him at 100% potential, and he's well worth it, in my opinion. Alright. This guy does love to super. He's kind of like a weasel, you know what I mean? Like, the way he goes about the battle is just such a weasel type move, but it is what it is. It kind of fits the character too, so makes sense, I guess. Maybe one or two more rotations will be done. Well, he might actually be done here. I think the additional attack from Metacooler helped. Alright, so that was done. I mean, it's not difficult, it's just time consuming for that one. That's pretty much the deal with that. Alright, so we cleared level 2, and then moving on to the final one. Let's just start from the top left and then just go clockwise. So Majin Buu, this one, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky because he does convert the random key into the candy type and then recovers HP as well, reduces damage also. So let's bring in the strength type team. I opted to include the Super Saiyan Goku unit because he does have a high chance to stun, and that can kind of come in handy. The LR B-Pound unit, that's pretty much just there for insurance policy to recover HP in case it gets a little bit on the low side. Obviously you have countering units on the team as well, but I think the Goku unit actually might come in handy. He will, I think there's some value with that, so let's see how he does. Crap. This opportunity is super with the Vegeta unit, but I guess that's alright. There we go, start off with the stun. So that allows for the inability for Buu to recover HP as much. So that kind of, I think that can speed things up a little bit. Alright, let's see. Go to do that there. I want to make sure Vegeta's able to get that super attack. That should be enough for the 12 key, or the equivalent of a super attack for B-Pan as well. So it's just a matter of applying as much damage as quickly as possible for this one. Just don't want to stall, you know, and drag this battle out. Additional attacks are definitely welcome here. Anything to speed the process up, that'll help. Alright, let's see. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Not enough for that, so... I wonder if there's enough. 5? Whatever. We'll be able to super the next time. Hopefully he'll get stunned here. Nope. Yeah, and then he recovered a little bit HP, but it's alright. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta also stuns, but you definitely do have to consider the team building option a little bit, because the key is a little bit of an issue with the current team that I have set up, so kind of the issue with that. Let's go ahead and do that ultimate attack. Maybe we can shut off a lot of the HP here. Alright, there we go. I forget who up's next. Alright, we'll go with Turles. So, reduces damage, can't be stunned. So can't have his estate sealed either. Alright, so let's bring in the agility team. This is pretty much the team I'm going to run. 120% leads, and then just kind of have a couple of units here and there, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give Goku the secondary sub-lead, so at least LR Gohan and Super Saiyan 3 Goku get the full boost for Goku's family there. And then LR Gohan obviously has a secondary leader skill for the 120% for super agility types on top of the Kamehameha lead. And I guess we'll include Super Vegito at the last slot, just give him the opportunity to counter as much as possible there. LR, Kel, and Caulifla are one of the newer members of my team, or I guess my deck. Recently pulled them off of which one was it? The LR Androids banner. They're definitely nice to have included, for sure. So I think we have about 3 battles left after this. Not too bad so far. Turles, I feel like, is definitely going to super against Vegito here, I feel like. But it's alright, we'll get some counters in. Alright, definitely got rid of a decent amount of damage there. You know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and give Super Saiyan 3 Goku that full boost right there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, who is up next? I think it's Topo and someone else. Dispo, I think. So we've got the Universe Survival Arc members coming up. And yeah, we gotta top it off with Jiren at the very end. Alright, so this guy, Topo, is reduces damage, can't be stunned, can't have SA sealed, and can't reduce attack. So he was agility type, so let's bring in the tech units. So the way I'm going to do this is just basically just have the 120% leads and a couple of units here and there. And that should work just fine. Transforming Trunks does provide the 120% to super type units, so yeah, it's definitely very helpful to have that as a option for a leader. Let's see how much in damage he takes here. 52,000, not bad. Yeah, it should be able to shut off a lot of HP, at least within this rotation. Maybe down to like, you know, at least cut off like 3 health bars here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Starting off, that's not bad. Okay, and then we've got the badass Vegeta Blue unit. And let's see, how do we want to do this? We'll go ahead and kind of get rid of this agility key here. Should be able to apply some decent damage at this portion. Highly dependent on how many times Vegeta Blue decides to super, though. That's a good start, though, you know what I mean? Keep it going. Yeah, there we go, there we go. I mean, at least we stacked up the defense a little bit, so maybe the, yeah, 64k damage taken, not bad. I mean, yeah, Gogeta would have had a high chance to counter, but, you know, the normal attacks that he takes and damage is kind of up there, but it's not too bad for this battle, I guess, necessarily. Should be able to, I think we can finish it off in this rotation, hopefully. I mean, the tech Vegeta right here does some pretty decent damage. And honestly, I should have transformed this guy, but you know, I just wanted to get through as quickly as possible, so didn't want to waste time, honestly. And chances are, I mean, we didn't need it. Alright. 2 more battles left. So we'll go ahead and knock out Dispo and then work on seeing how quickly and how many teams it takes for Jiren to be defeated. Now sometimes I get pretty lucky and just finish him off with 1 team, but sometimes it doesn't go quite that well. Alright, so this one, Dispo, it is an intelligence type, reduces damage, can't be stunned, can't have SA sealed, and can also evade attacks. So let's bring in the last remaining physical type team, and we'll go from there. So 120% from the Gotenks lead, and then the 100% from the Bardock lead. Go ahead and do this, that way we can boost everybody up. I think that should work right here. And of course he decides to super right away. Thank God he didn't dodge that one. I would have been kind of mad. course he dodges that one though. It's alright. Got some more attacks coming. This guy, it's been difficult to pull dupes for him. Even on the recent Future Gohan banner, not one copy dropped. Not that I necessarily wanted him to drop, but yeah, this one's been a little bit difficult to get dupes for. Alright, Dispo's done. Now, finally, we're up to the Jiren boss. And we'll see how this one goes. Honestly, it can go either way. You know what I mean? Like, it goes one way or the other. It goes really, really well, or it takes a hell of a lot of effort. Alright, so Jiren, of course, reduces damage, can't be stunned, and you can't steal the SA, and he does attack for quite a bit. So one of the ways you can bypass this is kind of reduces attack, but you know, that's highly dependent on team building too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring in my best super intelligence team, and then we'll see how far we can get his HP levels down with that, and then we'll kind of work on some of the secondary teams I have. Let's see. Who do I want to bring in? I almost want to bring in Paikuhan for the attack reduction ability, but I don't know how he links up necessarily with everybody. Let's try it out. Because if we're able to get some super attacks with Paikuhan, that'll definitely help a lot in terms of just conservation of HP. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and get a super attack with Piccolo, even though we don't necessarily need it. And we'll try to get we'll try and get everything set up for the next rotation as well. Yeah, what I'll probably do is grab the tech key and then allow for the strength key. So I think that's how the next rotation is going to work for me. Alright, yeah, 132k in damage already taken there. Definitely takes, the team definitely takes some hits here. That's what makes this one a little bit difficult, you know. Alright, let's see, how do we want to do this? I want to reduce Paikuhan's damage, but I don't necessarily want him to. I think this is what we're gonna do here. We'll go ahead and reduce that attack with Jiren here, and I don't necessarily need Goku to attack. I'm mainly including him just to evade attacks here. So we'll go ahead and prioritize orb collection with LR Gohan so we can maximize that 18 key, and then hopefully this does help. I was hoping for double supers, that would have been nice. Okay, so I think that actually helped. Yeah, let's see. We'll see here. I mean, he didn't evade attacks, unfortunately, but goddamn, he still took a lot of damage there. Yeah, Goku definitely needed to evade that one. That would have helped so much. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go like this. Hopefully Piccolo can tank this. Recover some HP while we're at it by collecting the intelligence key. Hopefully that does help. I'm a little bit worried in this spot right here after Bardock attacks. We'll see if Jiren supers. I'm hoping he doesn't. Alright, thank God. That worked out. Alright, so we got 50% out of the way. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put... shit, how do we want to do this? Let's do that. And then I want Paikuhan to attack. Just try and get that attack reduction in as much as possible here. Come on, buddy. And Jiren better not super. At least let me get that Gogeta super attack in. Alright, double supers will help. Alright, that'll definitely help. Oh my, oh, he came in clutch that time, wow. Okay, it was a good idea to include him on the team. And I guess it was worth having him at 100% potential. Okay, ow. Piccolo, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you to tank this. We'll recover some HP, and we'll do that here. Alright, just don't super, please. Thank you. We got the revamped super attack for LR Gohan. Maybe a crit, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. I think we got this. Yeah, we actually got extremely lucky, and honestly the MVP for that one was Paikuhan. He really came in clutch with the double supers and evading that super attack, so shout out to him for the MVP spot. I think otherwise, like, that team wouldn't have made it. So there we go, finished up the Battlefield new season. Again, the Jiren boss is definitely the difficult one. You do have a couple of ones here and there that are kind of difficult, but Jiren's definitely difficult, and from what you just saw, bringing in that attack reducing unit definitely does help, so you know, keep that in mind when you're running through it. But we'll go ahead and close things out here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.